In case you're wondering where we're at, those two roller coasters right there are Tempesto and Apollo's Chariot. The new temperature check setup over here at Busch Gardens Williamsburg, and it looks like they also just recently had some snow. It is pretty cold out, but the sun's out, so it's not too bad while you're in the sun. Welcome back to another video, guys, and as always, thank you for tuning in. I hope everybody's having a great day. Today we find ourselves at Busch Gardens Williamsburg. We're here to check out their Mardi Gras celebration, and man, it's actually pretty nice to see Busch Gardens Williamsburg during the day. Hello. Let's go check out their Mardi Gras celebration. Hello, thank you. We're gonna check it out. See, everybody's all excited. It's nice to see everybody in a good spirits. Let's see what Mardi Gras at Busch Gardens Williamsburg has to offer. All right, we're making our way through the park entrance, and you could already hear some of the festive Mardi Gras music. I'm actually excited to see what they got to offer. And just as we enter, we already got the decorations going. Music's glaring, and it looks like the spirit is here. It's actually pretty empty. We are here for the opening hours. It just opened about, what time is it? It's 12 o'clock, so it opened about an hour ago. And they're breaking it down into 2 shifts. It's still a limited capacity event like the events before, but I believe it is the last limited capacity event on the schedule, and we'll see if the concurrent or the following events end up being limited capacity as well. Check out the snow-covered roofs. That looks so cool. I've actually never been to the park when there's been a snowfall. Obviously the areas where the sun's hitting, it's melted off, but the shaded areas, you still have the remnants of a recent snowfall. Here we got our first directional marker that tells us which ways we could go. It looks like we could go right, left, or straight, which typically for the limited capacity events, it's been either go right or go left. Alrighty guys, we are now headed through the Highland Stables. If you've watched any of our recent videos here at Busch Gardens, it's where you could take a picture with the horses. And just as we're walking through, I do notice that some of the park is actually closed as expected for the limited capacity events. Looks like Anaconda's not running, but we have a map coming up. Let's go take a look at the map and what the offerings are. And here we are. We have the actual official Mardi Gras map. We've gone digital. They actually have a little thing where you could scan and pull up this map, it looks like. Please practice social distancing, 1 group at a time, looking at the map. And it looks like for the most part, all of the actual park is open, and if you could hear the train whistle in the background, the train's running as well. But it's probably missing this portion right here, which is, I believe, Italy, the Italy portion of the park. But you got Oktoberfest, you have New France, Germany, you have Ireland, Scotland, and England all open, and right over here to the left, you got the train coming by. We'll probably get a ride on the train a little bit later. But you also got some of the cocktails and some of the little snacks that you could do. That right there is actually the King Cake Funnel Cake. It's at 3 Rivers in New France. And then we got some hurricane drinks, cocktails at Grogan's Grill in Ireland. Nice. I look forward to checking this all out. And I believe we have some live performers as well as some music playing throughout the park, which you could already hear. Now, right off the entrance, one of the great things that I saw from Busch Gardens Williamsburg, I showed you guys, they have a new station for the temperature checking. It's actually completely touchless. They don't even have anybody come close to you. It's just you walk through like kind of like a tented area that has, I don't know what the technology is, I'm not too familiar with it, but something that actually checks your temperature from a distance, which is just another testament to the efforts that Busch Gardens Williamsburg has been putting in to keeping up with the CDC recommendations and social distancing to keep us all safe, but we could still enjoy the park. I think everybody kind of knows I'm a sucker for water features, so every time we cross this bridge into Ireland, I always got to get a little shot of that. But check it out, guys. I'm still kind of impressed by the snow-capped hills with all the roller coasters in the distance. I think it just adds to the ambiance. It's really nice. So as you enter Ireland, you have Happy Killarney Grass. I'm assuming that's Mardi Gras in Ireland. I do not claim to be or think I am a historian, so I don't know the background behind Mardi Gras too much. Just know it's a festive time of the year where beads are occasionally involved, and you could actually see some beads strung up on the building ahead of us. I love the color scheme. The greens, the yellows, the purples. Purple's actually one of my favorite colors, that and green. So two of the colors that I find to be my favorite are incorporated in this holiday, so it's already winning me over. All right, we got Grogan's Grill right here, which is one of the locations where you could get your hurricane cocktail. I think I'm gonna go ahead and grab one because it was a pretty long drive here. It was like an hour and a half, and I'm parched. While I'm in line here at Grogan's, we are right next to their virtual reality ride here at Busch Gardens Williamsburg that you'll find in Ireland. It's the Battle for Ire. I really did not enjoy the ride too much, but it does have a really cool facade. It's a virtual reality ride, so the reason why I find myself having issue with it is motion sickness. All right, we're making a quick pit stop for, all my stuff is flying away, to try out the hurricane drink from Grogan's Grill. I gotta put my mask somewhere where it's not gonna fly off. Oh no. Alrighty, let's check this out. This time around, we're not gonna be trying out too many of their offerings because, in all honesty, Monique's not here, and without some company, it's not that fun. It's kind of the thing that Monique and I do when we come and check out the parks. We check out some of their food offerings and show you guys together, but let's try out it's really cold outside, so I shouldn't be drinking this, but for whatever reason, I was thirsty and I was like, I want a cold drink. Yeah, it's like a grapefruit. That's good. I'm not sure I could drink this whole thing though. It's a lot. The straw kind of sucks, so it's better to drink without the straw, but yeah, the straw kind of gives it like a foamy flavor. Pro tip, drink it like this. Much better, but you might get a brain freeze. Oof.
That's a little better. A little bit.
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there slowly but surely. He forgot his power on. He had one job. Our drummer forgot his drum. Isn't that funny? Ironic.
Isn't it ironic?
It is ironic. It is ironic.
Don't you think?
Yeah, so he didn't
Like
tell us
rain?
what we got here.
A little too ironic?
Yeah, I really do think. Is this mic on and everything? Because it'd be really funny if we were playing while he was. He's running right now. Yeah, turn it on. It'd be really funny. Run!
Everybody give it up for Christian.
Yay!
Come on, lad.
He's so athletic. Look at him run.
You had one job. Bring the drum. All right, are we ready now?
Oh, yeah.
You sure?
Oh, yeah.
Positive?
We got a whole band now.
I actually can't listen to this song without thinking of that guy with the ocean spray and the surf or the board skateboarding. Woo! Look what we got here. Hello. Thank you. Hello. I got some beads. That's awesome. Well, check that out. We got some beads and some Fleetwood Mac playing back in the background. And like I said, it always reminds me of that guy on his skateboard drinking some ocean spray. It looks like there is some of the shows actually going on, so hopefully we could actually catch one of the shows. But so far so good. I drank that hurricane, and one of the behind the scenes looks at vlogging is whenever you're trying out different treats and stuff at a park, either they got to be small or you're gonna waste them, or you got to consume a lot within a short amount of time. And I didn't want to waste it, so I drank the whole entire thing, and now I'm freezing from the inside out because it was an icy drink. But it was tasty. Definitely recommend it if you're here and could drink it slowly. All right, we're passing by where we would typically stop and say hi to the eagles and the wolves. The wolves aren't out, and the eagles were pretty crowded, so maybe we'll see them on the way out. But we're making our way through past where the aviary is, and let's see what else the event has to offer. I hear some music in the distance, and it looks like the aviary might actually be open. Unfortunately, the aviary is not open, but we should be able to pull up next to it and see some of the birds. Let's check them out real quick. Mardi Gras birds. So it's the Lorikeets Glen Aviary, but it actually looks like none of the birds are out. It's probably because the temperature, it is pretty cold, and as you can see on the top, there is still some remnants of snow that's melting off slowly. Well, that's good that they brought the birds inside to keep them warm. As we continue to walk, we're making our way into France. I did a little bit of reading on the event, and basically what it is a New Orleans celebration of Cajun food and cocktails and things of that nature. So I think they said we're the Big Easy meets Big Thrills, and I think that's probably the nickname for New Orleans. And then the Big Thrills referencing the roller coasters that we may be riding today. It looks like we have some performers ahead as well. Let's check them out. All right, so we're crossing into France, and as you can see, we already got some of the Mardi Gras decorations here. And out in the distance, you can see some of the performers. Oh, cool. Look at these cool guys. Hello. Stilt walkers. Oh, you guys look awesome. You guys look awesome. Looks like France is where it's at. You got all the decorations and the actors. Look at these ladies. Woo! No. Hey. Oh, and it looks like we have a little performer over here. I don't know what that type of drum is called, but it's pretty cool. All right, so it does look like on the way to Griffin it is closed, and it may just be a little too cold to run any of these roller coasters at the moment, but they do look amazing in the daytime. It's been a while since I've been here for one of these events during the daytime. I typically come in the evening time after work, so I am having a whole new reappreciation of the park and its scenery. One of the reasons why Busch Gardens Williamsburg has been voted so many years the most beautiful park in the world. Right over here at the Three Rivers, as we continue to walk, is the location where you can get that Mardi Gras funnel cake. Now at the Smokehouse Grill, which is typically the best place for ribs, their ribs are amazing. They cook them right out here. But you got the menu with their Mardi Gras treats. Gumbo, Cajun sausage, Mardi Gras corn, and loaded potatoes. A bunch of good tasty stuff, but honestly, I am stuffed at the moment just from that hurricane glass. Now, I myself, when I'm at the parks, even right now, wish I could ride a roller coaster. I always look forward to riding some of the rides while I'm here, but the experience itself of the environment, the food, is enough to really enjoy what's going on here at Busch Gardens Williamsburg. It's a great time out with the family and a great time just out of the house given the circumstances. Put on your mask, and if you feel comfortable, if you don't, stay home, but if you feel comfortable, come out. It's a great event with a great atmosphere. It's really enjoyable. Let's try and see if we could check out the train. We actually just missed the train, so we're gonna walk around the park a little bit more, and then we'll come back and check out the train. Now, as we continue to make our way around the park, this year is actually a very special year here at Busch Gardens Williamsburg, not only because of these events, but the fact for the first time in what I believe is forever, but at minimum a very long time, because ever since I've been coming to the parks they haven't done this, is this year they will be open year-round. Now, given those are going to be limited events, but typically right now the park would be closed. Typically in December the park would have been closed as well, and in January, and that's not the case. They're going to be open. They were open December, they were open all of January, limited capacity events. They're going to be open all of February, limited capacity events. I know, but it's better than nothing. And you know, I did a video actually recently. Go check that out. I'll put it in the description below, going over in detail all these events and this momentous year here at Busch Gardens Williamsburg. I do have to say, it's kind of serene looking at the roller coasters just still without anything running. You got Le Scoot right here, which is a water coaster that has been completely drained, obviously for the winter because it's so cold the water would freeze and nobody wants to get wet. And then right next to it you have Alpengeist. This is one of the inversions of Alpengeist, which is really cool because it goes right under this bridge. But it is kind of just cool to see the roller coasters still. Just check them out. Here we have another young lady. Look at you. It is a video. Oh, no. There you go. You look beautiful. Take care. Thank you. Thank you. That does look like that's a thing. It looks like the actors are just roaming around and, you know, doing little poses and cool things. It's real nice. They're really interactive. They see a camera and they are glued to you, which is always fun when you're doing a vlog. Helps you get the content. And they're surrounded also by social distancing guards, like people that are there to make sure that nobody gets too close to them. But they're also giving away beads, like the traditional Mardi Gras event over in New Orleans. Ooh, as we cross over here, one curiosity I do have is in the nighttime, are they doing any projection mapping? That would be interesting. Some Mardi Gras projection mapping. It'll probably be like a bunch of beads and stuff rolling down. I can see it now. Aha! One of their most thrilling rides is actually still running. And for those of you having a hard time dealing with the cold, caution, it is hot. It's a real fire. You could kind of circle around, social distancing markers around the fire, so you could do a quick warm-up. This is probably a lot more useful for the evening time event. As we cross over into Oktoberfest, it looks like we may be in for a treat. The music is blaring and the decorations are all out. The birds are chirping. That's a good sign, and Fest House is always a good time. But man, I keep on getting blown away by the snow-capped rooftops. I always have to say this when I'm here. R.I.P. Dark Castle. Hopefully someday you will return. Now, before it gets too loud, over here at Fest House, it looks like there is a show. It's Benjamin and Tom present Fest House Variety. What is it? Variety? It looks like they have different show times: 11:30, 12:30, 1:30, and 12:15 or 2:15. Now, my time today is limited at the theme park, so unfortunately, it looks like I am not going to have time to actually go check out any of the shows. But there are some shows, so that's an exciting part. We haven't had shows in a while with all the social distancing measures, so shows are actually open. You come, have a seat, walk around the park. Once you're a little bit tired, have a seat and check out some of these cool shows. I might make that a separate vlog. We have a whole month ahead of us to come back and return to check them out. So stay tuned. That's probably something we'll be doing later on in the month of February. We actually do have two rides that are open over here as well in the Oktoberfest and Fest House area. It's the little twirling planes for the kids, and then the swings. I cannot imagine that those swings are too comfortable with this frigid wind and cold temperatures. But to each their own. Some people get really hot and need to cool down real fast. Perfect timing. Oh man, I'm gonna dread this, but if Verbolten is open, I might just do it. It's gonna be super cold, but it might be the only time that I get to ride it with this little bit of a line. And it looks like it's not. Attraction is closed due to temperature. Busch Gardens A sign. And it seems like that's kind of the case with a lot of the rides, if not all the rides. We got a few of the smaller kid rides that are open, but even Mac Tower is closed. I asked one of the attendants, and she said Verbolten will only open if the temperature were to come up, which is very unlikely, so she doesn't predict that it will be opening today. And on top of that, the news has been warning of a pretty serious snowfall starting tomorrow morning and making its way all the way into Monday. Something about, like, I think it's 5 to 12 inches. Don't quote me on that because I don't follow the news, but people have told me it's going to be a pretty significant snowfall. So these rides may not be opening for a while. You may just be walking around and enjoying the food and the actors, which, in my opinion, is perfectly worth it. And mostly if you are an annual pass holder like myself, it's something that, you know, you could get out the house, that cabin fever starts to kick in, and you just need to see other humans' eyes because you can't see the rest of their face. This is the perfect place. And it looks like we got a DJ Melody. I gotta be careful because this music is gonna get me copyright stricken, but that's pretty cool. This area has a DJ. All right, and with all that right there, we're saying now bye to DJ Melody and making our way back towards the front of the park. This is probably going to be the end of the video right here, but I did want to end this video a little differently than what I do typically. People always jumping up behind you and trying to jump in your video, but I wanted to end the video with a shout out to some content creators who do a lot of the same things that I do, like-minded people. I think it's our duty to share the content that's out there and build on the community. A lot of people come, they watch my videos. I just recently passed 500 subscribers. Thank you guys for following and supporting the channel. And I want to make sure that other people have the same opportunity, or that you have the opportunity to check out like-minded content. You're checking out my content for a reason, but I'm not the only one doing it. So that being said, let me hit you with a list. All right, so we're gonna start this list with my Cuban brother from another mother. We're both from the same area. We no longer live close to each other. I'm in the DC metro area now, and he's still down south in the Miami area. That's my boy, Losh TV, or Adrian from Losh TV. Does a lot of great content, just like myself, and has been picking it up and going out a lot more often lately. So make sure to check out his channel. I'm gonna link these guys down below. We also got my boy over on the West Coast, SoCal Exploring. SoCal Exploring does some of the best update videos for Disney, Universal Studios, and all the other theme parks around the area. We also got out in the West Coast, TheHauntline. That dude's content, his lighting, his hair, and just his energy behind the camera is undeniable. Dude is so nice. Make sure to check him out as well. We also got on the West Coast, we got my boy and co-host, the Nights of Horror, Anthony. Dude has been picking it up too, man. He has content for days already finished, and he's been just rolling it out for you guys, the viewers, to be entertained. We got also TheHowlinghour. Rob from TheHowlinghour over on the West Coast. My dude is a newer content creator, but has joined the family, the Boo Bros, and has been doing an amazing job with his podcast and his theme park vlogs. And then we have on the East Coast again, Zombie Chris. Zombie Chris is a lot like TheHauntline and SoCal Exploring. They got some crisp, good content, but on top of that, there's a lot of substance to it. You know, it looks real good because they put the time and effort to set up their stage and their lighting, but they're also giving you some great information. And then we got, see, I don't want to leave people out, so I may be putting up a list of people on the side over here with their information, and also in the description, I will make sure to put down all their links so you can go check them out as well. If you do go check them out, give them a holler in the comments. Let them know Eddie sent you from Edutainment. Oh man. And rounding out that list, we got Michael from Hallowedthrills, another guy who's killing it, man. This guy's going to school. He's in college, doing his schoolwork, and at the same time, out there grinding out content for you guys to see. And my other boy, ConnerFl. ConnerFl is doing his thing as well. When he puts out content, it's something to be seen, so make sure to keep an eye out for him. Go check out his channel as well. And last but not least, any of you guys that are looking to improve your financial situation or maybe just educate yourself around the market and some of the crazy things that have been going on, this isn't my content. I'm referring you to somebody who does this type of content, because I don't do the stock market, Robinhood, or anything like that. I do invest myself, but I don't talk about it on my channel. And I have a friend, his name's Moose. He actually is an old roommate of mine who's been killing it on Twitch. His channel on Twitch is actually called Wallstreetbetspy. Make sure to go check him out. He's on weekdays, Monday through Friday, from 8:30 roughly to about 4 o'clock when the market's closed. And that's about everybody that I'm going to plug in. I'll make sure that if there's anybody additional, I'll put them in the comments below. There you go. Check these guys out behind me. They look awesome. But on that note, we are going to end the video. As always, guys, thank you for tuning in. If you haven't done so already, make sure to subscribe and like this video. All your support really goes a long way. But don't forget to ask yourself, have you been entertained? Woo.